Hi knitters, Faye Lynn from Strand Sitting Studio in San Clemente, California. And this is my second take of this video because I was turning it off when I was videotaping it and turning it on in between. So I'm actually gonna put two videos together. So I'm gonna put some of last week's video because I did not get the newsletter out because I had technical difficulties with stuff. And so I'm gonna use parts of that and parts of this. So my clothing will be different. Now you know why. But anyway, so I have classes and I have what's on my needles. So stay tuned. All right, so now it's market bag season. There's a lot of things we do seasonally. Like I crochet seasonally. I do a lot of crocheting in the summer compared to any other time of year. I don't know why, I just did, I do. And so there's just seasons for things. And market bags, summer's the season for market bags. So we have several different kinds. We got knitted ones and we have crochet ones. And yeah. So these are a lot of fun. They're really easy, they're fast. This is my favorite one that I've done. I love this one. Let me get it to be right. So that's it. Isn't it adorable? My gosh. So this is that same cotton again. So, you know, don't come in quite yet because we don't have the colors. But this is super easy if you just are learning to knit. You know how to knit. You know how to knit two together and yarn over. It's easy. You do the bottom of it and then you're going to pick stuff up. And yeah, so this is yarn over, knit two together, yarn over, knit two together. Super easy, super fun, super useful and everything. And with the little tassels, which I don't have in, I got this off of Amazon, the tassel, which you could do. And I can see if we can get some more of these in because these are really nice. Because it makes the bag. Come on, it makes the bag. So we have that one. We have, and there's, yeah, and you can obviously do this in solids. You can do it in two colors. You don't have to stripe it. You can do it all in one color. You can do whatever you want with them. And then the other bag that is ever so popular is this one. And it's a market bag too. That's what they call it. This is a slip stitch pattern. And we have some of this ribbon yarn, not a lot of it though, but we have enough for several bags. It takes two skeins for this is the smaller bag, and then there's a larger bag, and that one takes 3 skeins. This is a really fun bag. Once you get it going, so you'll come to class having knitted up. So if you're doing this one, you do need to get this going before you come to class. You're gonna knit this square. Just knit back and forth. And then in class, we'll get it all picked up and do what we need to do to transition to the sides. And then you'll get going on the sides. And once you do this, it's easy. You're only carrying one color at a time. You can do this all in one color. You do not have to have 2 different colors. It looks wonderful. But if you're doing 2 colors, you're only carrying one for 2 rounds. You pick up the other one, you carry it for 2 rounds, you pick up the other one, and you're slipping stitches. So it's like knit 2, slip 3, knit 2, slip 3, knit 2, slip 3, something like that. And then you have 2 rounds of just knitting. So it's a fun bag. Everybody that does this bag, this was our COVID bag. I had my knit group up in Pasadena, still was involved in that and going to that. And so we started doing a Zoom class, you know, a Zoom meeting. And then we found this bag, and then we did this bag. All of us did multiples. It was so much fun to knit. Because once you get it going, it's mindless, but it's colorful. Color's a big deal. Like when you have colors moving and really nice bright colors, things just are more fun to knit. So that's the other. Now, crochet bags are just as good. So you can do this crocheted wise too. This is just like a single and then chain 2, single and chain 2. Okay, so this is an easy, this kind of bag, this look of a bag is easy with crochet too. Then I have some granny square crochet bag, which is like that. So you do your granny squares and then you join your granny squares. This is that same ribbon yarn, but you can use other yarns. And then I have this one. So this is granny square-esque, just that you have an extra, it's got 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pentagon. But this is a crochet bag too. Again, it can be 1 color, it can be 2 colors, whatever you want. So this is a really fun bag to crochet. So I have knit ones and I have crochet ones, and you can come with either one of them. And that class is Sunday the 29th. Sunday the 29th from 10 to 12. So market bags, Sunday the 29th from 10 to 12. Okay, next sweater class, which is going to be July 6th, which is Sunday from 10 to 12. And I'm going to talk about doing some baby sweaters. So you can do baby sweaters in a sweater class, and you don't have to do so careful of a measurement, but I'm going to do, this is my favorite baby sweater we've done. How adorable is this? Several people now have made multiples of this because it's so darn cute. So this is a raglan cardigan. You start down at the bottom, so this is Fair Isle. So the pictures are called Fair Isle, and it's stranding, meaning that you are picking up one color, doing it, and picking up the other color and doing it. It's stranding because it looks like that in the back. That's what stranding looks like, and that's why it's called stranding. And so this is a really good first Fair Isle and sweater kind of project, because it's not that big, and it's actually a pretty simple Fair Isle. And it's just so darn cute. So I've talked about this in a really long time. And this I actually made a set out of. So we did this out of the cashmere merino. So this is a sport weight. You can do a DK weight. It'll just be a little bit bigger. But if you want to, like the colors aren't right and you want to do DK, or you want to make it bigger, I'll have to look at the sizes. I don't know what the sizes are. But that's a possibility. But this is a really good first kind of sweater. Or second kind of sweater. And then the set I made was this little blanket, just a little lap blanket, the bubble stitch. And then I actually made a diaper cover too. So sets are really a great idea, especially if you have baby, like shower stuff, you know, a sweater and a little pair of socks, or a sweater and a socks and a blanket. I mean, you know, it's endless. But anyways, so baby children's sweaters, doesn't have to be babies, it can be children's sweaters. And they're really good to learn how to do a sweater because they're smaller and the fit isn't as crucial. So if you wanted to learn how to do a raglan sweater and do the increased raglans, do a baby sweater. If you've got a baby or a child that you can knit for, do that size because it's faster, but you still learn. It's still the same process the whole time. If you want to do, how do you do a yoke sweater? How do you do a cardigan? How do you do whatever? How do you do Fair Isle sweaters? This is a very, very good first Fair Isle sweaters. So if you don't want to do a baby sweater, but you want some other ideas, our floodlight tee, which I'll show you the picture of the one we have on the mannequin. But the floodlight tee, which I've talked about, this is a circular circular yoke. So yeah, with a cap sleeve, and it has a little keyhole in the back with a tie. This one used, I think, Dream, which is the top row up there, which is a DK weight yarn. It used a DK weight yarn, and then it used a mohair, like a very thin mohair. You do not have to do that. That's a little fiddly if you can do it, but it's a little fiddly. So, but you can just do a different color of this and stripe it, or you cannot stripe it at all and just do it the way it is. All one color. It's all up to you. But the other one we have is striped and uses the Diversa, which we have plenty of colors for that. And so that's another idea for the sweater class. And yes, for this one, you will need to have your swatch, cast on 30 stitches, knit a row, purl a row for about 3 inches. Bring a garment that you want to fit the same way this fits. And what else? Bring a garment and your swatch and your pattern. Bring your pattern. What's on my needles is the peony, and it's almost like I cast it off, and then I'm adding sleeves. This is the pattern. If I was casting on the pattern, this is the finish of the pattern. So you start up at the top and you have that nice lacy section, and then it happens again down at the bottom. And yeah, and this is the Brittany, and the Brittany is, I'm going to get this. Okay, so the Brittany is this one. And then she just got a really, really nice neutral one. So this, I would, like neutral people, this is a very pretty neutral. And it's not, you don't have as much striping, it's just gonna be sort of color on color striping that happens. And then, but we have several colors in this, and we have plenty of mine now. Mine came back in, so we have plenty of this one if that's the one you like. And so Brittany is one of the sweaters you can be doing that's pretty simple. It really is. This is actually a really good first sweater. It's a little more than just 2 rectangles, but it's not much more than that. Okay, knitters, that's it. It's a montage for today, but it's still got all the right information, so we're good, we're good. So, yeah, come in and start your summer talk, and I hope to see you in the studio real soon. Bye.